Street law is a worldwide concept of teaching law. By teaching, I mean teaching on two levels. On the first level, in the street law program, there are taught law students, and on the other level, there are taught in street law program various groups of social excluded groups. Simple said, in street law program, law students teach, for example, young offenders, prisoners, old people, unemployed people, and also pupils on primary school and students on secondary school. At the Law Faculty of Palacky University in Olomouc, we established street law in 2011. Our students teach for 2 semesters. In first semester they teach at primary school, and in second semester they teach in secondary school. Usually for the first semester they teach in pairs, and during second semester they teach individually. Street law program interests law students greatly, but I can choose only 10 of them. So I select law students in competition based on motivation letter. The most important thing that interests me is their motivation. I don't care if they are experienced or not. I must know that they want to and they are prepared to work hard, because street law is really time consuming. And what do we teach? We teach everything that we think is important for pupils' further life. Simply I can say we teach law for life.
My parents are both teachers, and since my childhood I have seen them so exhausted many times. So I know being a teacher is very hard. But I love challenge, and I decided to try teaching in a street law course.
I can say that street law is special, because in this program law students are learning not just knowledge, but also skills. And skills are for lawyers maybe more important than knowledge.
In street law program, we work in pairs, but you don't get to decide who is your partner, which is a good thing because you are challenged to work with new people, and once you get to know them, they get to know you, and now you can cooperate more effectively, and you can rely on each other, support each other, and that's what makes a team. And I think the best team does the best work. Another best experience was time management. You have a certain amount of time to fill in, and of course you are prepared, and sometimes you know exactly what to do and when to do it, how to do it, but all of a sudden some expected thing comes and the plan is broken down. For example, kids want to talk about certain thing, are amazed with the topic and discuss it, and you realize you have 10 minutes and you're late. So this is the time to be more flexible and leave out unimportant things.
Street law definitely improved my communication skills and self-presentation. Not everyone is able to pass the knowledge that he has to the other people, especially legal knowledge to kids. The cruel but the best way how to learn is from my own mistakes. During the class, it was important to act naturally and be full of energy. This also forced the students to cooperate. This is how you should act in front of people. It's also one of the aspects by which they evaluate us. It was really useful, received helpful feedback, and discussed the class with our professor in the end.
Activities we do in class require that all students take part. I'm sure when you were at school in your class, there was one or two kids who used to work alone most of the times. But in a street law course, we try to integrate such loners into the group. There are two things you need to deal with. You have to persuade the loner to be a little bit assertive and work with the group. And the second thing is that you need a group who will accept the other kid who may have also a different opinion on the topic.
The content of the class, it's up to you. You are given a topic such as children's rights or consumer protection, and you have to deal with it. You think about the appropriate teaching methods, activities, and examples. In the classroom, you meet a bunch of kids who sometimes lose attention within few minutes. They do not want to learn. They learn maths, literature, natural sciences. They hardly want to study law. They learn at school all the time. At the beginning, they see you as another teacher. You have to pass them the knowledge in a way that is different, because they don't know how to study law. We teach them how they could use the things we talk about in class in their lives in the future. They are about 14 years old, and we talk about criminal law. For that, you need to be thinking out of box.
The main reason why I went to Street Law program was that I wanted to learn myself how to give the legal information I have learned in law school to ordinary people. But I wanted to do this in a way that ordinary people, I mean the people without legal education, would understand very easily to what I'm saying. I think if you teach the children, you can see on the children's faces if they understand to what you are saying or not at the very moment. Because the children's faces are the best feedback you can ever get. And I think I really acquired this ability thanks to the Street Law program, and now it helps me a lot in my life. Every leader shouldn't think about what he is saying in the first place, but if people understand what he is saying. Because if people do not understand your words, you have to start looking for mistake on your side at first. And in my opinion, if the teacher doesn't ask himself at least once during the lesson how many children understand him, something's wrong.
As you can see, street law improves many skills of our students: teamwork, time management, social skills, presentation and communication skills, creativity, and simple and understandable expression. Besides, we improve skills of primary school pupils and secondary school students.
Every time you come to the class, you see the children groups, and what happens very often is that children from one group do not speak often with the children from another group. And in my classes, we worked in groups very often. My aim was to redivide students into different groups. To divide students into groups, I used the tickets with some letters on them, and everyone picked a ticket, and those with the same letters formed a group and they had to work together. I really wanted each group to reach some conclusion, to reach one opinion that would represent the opinion of all members of the group. Thanks to this method, I wanted the children that normally do not speak together try to cooperate, try to discuss some theme, and try to reach some final conclusion. sometimes it's not possible to reach some final conclusion in groups. So if I saw that the agreement wasn't possible, I let the kid representing the opposite opinion to come in front of the class and give his arguments why he or she doesn't agree. I would never force the children to give up and agree with some others, but what I wanted to learn them was that if they have different opinions, they must give the reasons of their point of view.
That is a good thing, because in life it is so important to tell your opinion, but also tell why you think it.
Now I know I'm able to catch their attention and make them focused.
It was like a Kiss concert. You always expect the best, but it still gets you.
I would recommend street law to anyone who wants to push himself forward. Street law is a perfect opportunity to develop your own personality. Go for it!